Well, hello everybody, this is Speed Curves, and I'm excited to tell you that tonight I'm going to be broadcasting / commentating a race here for the RBHM group. It's called the Fun Car Cup, and it's going to be basically little Volkswagen Beetles are going to be A-class and some B-class. The faster guys are in B-class, but going to be running around the track at a high rate of speed and racing each other. So again, this is the Fun Car Cup with the RBHM group. Tonight is it's the U.S. lobby. So this is week 3 of the racing series, and so I'm coming in on week 3. They've already had 2 weeks of racing, and there's a total of 6 weeks. So we're coming in a bit late, but that's okay because we got a lot of good racing to cover between this weekend and the next. I guess that would be the next 3 weeks. Or 4 weeks actually. It's about week 3, week 4, week 5, and week 6. So that's 4 races that we still, including tonight, that we're going to be covering. So looking forward to that. I do want to talk a little bit about this classification, this series, and I got some notes here because this is a little bit different than what I'm used to, but I really like it because it's different, it's challenging, and it makes things really, really interesting. But first of all, I want to tell you that the group has certain settings. They've turned off all the settings. So as far as like you can't have traction control, you can't have STM, no friction assist, none of that stuff. So that's all forced off, and I think that's a good thing because it makes the racing better, and it does cause you to do more practice and make sure that your inputs are correct. There is no damage in the series, so if you do come into contact with another driver, you're going to be okay. You may have some cosmetic damage and whatnot, but this car, this Volkswagen Beetle, it's an A-class. At least it starts off with an A-class, and in the first 2 races, there was some drivers that were a little higher skilled than others, and so what they would do is, based on the results, they gave a BOP, which is the balance of power. They would add power or reduce power. This is why you look at the screen here, and you're going to see, well, I'm a 633, so I have a base model, which is what they started with, and as the PI decreases, that tells you that some of those drivers had better results, and then some are B-class, obviously, so they had really good results. So I would say that those B-class drivers in tonight's race were probably sitting pretty high in the standings as far as the points, and that's why they have some of the lower PI. So yeah, let's take a look at. Actually, let me tell you about the racing information. So basically, there's gonna be 3 races tonight, and each race is gonna be 13 laps, and there's going to be a mid-race caution. This is interesting because I don't normally see this in some of the other racing series that I've been in or that I've commentated, but I think it's really cool. There's a mid-race caution lap, and basically it's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, so all drivers will then group up mid-race, and they'll have almost like a restart, and so that will cause the racing to be close for the second half of the race. Now, there is a 2 pit stop requirement for this race, and there is a pit window for each. So you have to pit the first time through laps 2 through 5, and then the caution will come somewhere in the middle, and then there's a second pit required on the second half of the race, and that's going to be, let's take a look at my notes here, lap 8 through 12, and so you can't do both your pit stops back to back or on the first half of the race and whatnot, and that's to keep the racing nice and close. So 2 pit stops, like I said, the BOP is enforced up to 3 times. So essentially, if you're looking at, like, say I'm in a 633, that's kind of where it started, all the way down to a 588. My understanding is you potentially have been penalized 3 times because you're just too fast. You're just too good. So it makes the racing, kind of keeps everybody closer together, and that's how that kind of works. So let me take a quick look at my notes here. I do want to talk about the paint liveries. There's going to be a lot of really cool paint liveries, such as the one here. Let me see if I can get to it. So not a great picture, but you can kind of see the paint livery that I have on my car. It's a downloaded one from RBHM Road Rat, and the tune is downloaded as well. So if you want to come into the series, you want to get involved, You don't even have to worry about tuning your car. You don't even have to worry about painting your car. You can just download both of those and get racing. But if you do want to paint your own car, you can do that. But there are some requirements for the liveries, which you need to have the RBHM logo, the Fun Car Cup logo, which is completely reasonable and appropriate given the series. So looks like everybody's checked up right now. I think they're probably just waiting on me. I'm not able to give the viewer viewing only. Oh, that's why I couldn't spectate, because he had to go to the lobby host had to go to the next screen. So let's try that again. I don't want to hold up the racing here. And there it is. There's the spectate. So wasn't able to spectate the first time because we had to go to the race ready. So I think we're going to get started here. Let's just take a run through the field here. Let me check with my audio manager. Are we good on audio? Synced up? All right. So look like RBHM Road Rat, he is your host tonight. Okay, so RBHM Road Rat is your host tonight. We got Bad Luck, RACC, AAR Ninja, Chop. I'm going to just take some of these gamer tags and kind of cut them down just a little bit, just because I think that will be probably easier for me. But we got Cyber Liger maybe, and LMP Crispy. We got RBHM GT. And we are waiting for a driver. Just got a message that we're waiting for a driver or two to join the lobby. We got AAR Mad Mark and RBHM Wild, AAR Fester, AXR Eagle Eye. I am familiar with AXR Eagle Eye. I've done several races with him in the past. And Dizzy O Sizzly. That is an interesting gamer tag. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that one. RBHM Curve and LMP Ranger. And that should complete the grid that's currently in the room. So I think we are still waiting for two different drivers to come in the room. So I'm going to step away, take a quick refreshment break, and I will be right back. Okay, thanks for being patient. We are still waiting for one driver. 16 in the lobby now, so I think once we hit 17, we're going to be where we expect to be, and we're going to launch this thing. So let's take a look at who has come into this lobby. Looks like Zip Plant, so I want to welcome him. He is in a 633 PI, so Zip Plant has not experienced any BOP, or balance of power reduction. So I just got the message. We're going to get this thing started. So here we go. I'm excited. This is going to be interesting. Again, these cars are really, they're fun to drive. That's hence the Fun Car Cup. But let's see how the PI is going to affect the closing speeds, braking points, and whatnot for the different drivers. Okay, I got a black screen, but we should be getting started any second here as Forza loads up all 16 drivers, and we are off. And RBHM Wild does have the whole shot and the pole position. We're going to get rid of our track map here to give you the best position possible. And look at Chops is moving up the inside. He sees an opportunity. Is he going to try to take, looks like Cyber and him come into contact slightly there. There's about 3 to 4 wide coming through that turn one as they come into the tunnel. And Wild has still maintained that first position from pole. And Ninja gets into a slide. We have a second car possibly into the wall there. But I'm really already enjoying seeing these liveries as they are quite colorful coming up through turn 3. And looks like RBHM Wild still holding down that number 1 position, and I'm going to bounce back slightly here into the field. As he has a Captain Slow insignia on the side of his car. I love it. Quite hilarious. And then he has a "Wait Up" sticker on his on the front of his car to the message to the people in front of him. So love it. Wait up. So yeah, here we are, and we are running just about to complete lap 1 and haven't seen any major incidents, but as you can see, the BOP and the power of the cars taking full effect here as Fester and Road Rat looks like in 3rd, 4th, and 5th trying to make up ground on Chops here. So our number 1 driver here. Oh, I do need to comment on this. As you can see, some of these gamer tags are red and some are blue. So if you have a blue gamer tag, you are in the amateur class, and if you have a red gamer tag, you are in the pro class. So I apologize for not mentioning that before, but 2 classes on track here, amateur and pro. So again, amateur in the blue and the pro class in the red. So let's take a look. So we got Chops here leading the amateur class, but let's take a run up to the front and see who's leading the pro class. It looks like AXR Eagle Eye currently being completely hounded by, is that a move up the inside? At least he shows him a wheel there, and it's going to be, looks like GT and Curve bringing it up the 3rd place position. So there it is, folks. Right before your eyes, you can see the pass was made, and Eagle Eye has assumed that first position as they come across the start-finish line, heading into lap 3, and GT not giving up. Now, I can't tell you exactly the PI on both of these cars, but GG taking a really wide line there. He's probably trying to try to get on that throttle as quick as he can and try to square up Eagle Eye, but Eagle Eye probably defending there as he's on the brakes quite late, and Curve right there ready to strike if the opportunity presents itself as they come out of the tunnel up the hill. Now, the racing surface, you can see the sand completely blowing across the circuit here, the tarmac, out here in the desert in Dubai. So grip levels probably not at an all-time high this time of day with the wind blowing at probably a steady 40 knots. I'm sure it's probably affecting these cars. So Eagle Eye still maintaining first as GT trying to recover that position back. And Eagle Eye's into a slide and he's in the wall. Oh, and he puts himself 360, maybe more. And he has completely lost control of his car as GT is waiting up for him. So that tells me that he had some help. So here Ranger now assuming third and Crispy fourth has Eagle Eye on the gas. And I got to jump up. Looks like Eagle Eye, he's had enough of this, and he's in the pits. So let's get up to the front and see exactly what happened. Curve now assuming as Zip Plant, a late entry into this race, now assuming that second position. So I know Zip Plant, he's in the wall there slightly too. I know he's got full PI, and he probably is going to put a move here on Curve at some point. So let's take a look back. There's a bit of a gap here, so we're going to run back. I want to welcome all my viewers right now. Thank you for coming into the stream. Hope you're enjoying this Fun Cup. And we do have RBHM Curve in the lead right now for the Pro-Am, but let's take a look back and find out where we are for the amateur class. And it looks like Mad Mark, AAR Mad Mark, holding down the #1 spot for the amateur class. So I don't see him under attack at the moment. So we are going to take a look back at about Crispy in 4th place for the Pro class, as Crispy is right behind GT and probably looking to get into the draft as they come out of this really fast sweeping curve and they make their way across the start straight finish here. As you can see the yellow line down into the tunnel. So again, this is the battle for 3rd place. And where are we at just farther back? Dizzly Sizzly, my favorite gamer tag on the grid today. I really like what he's showing there for his livery. It's like a day at the beach. I don't know about you guys, but it makes me quite relaxed. So I love the palm trees and the surf in the background. It looks like I might even have seen a seagull. But anyways, I doubt he's relaxed now as he's making his way there in 6th place, trying to keep Eagle Eye, who's come out of the pits, keep him at bay as he chases down the 5th place driver Ranger in front of us. Chops just ahead of them in the amateur class. So look, Chops did get in the wall. Now is he going to be an obstruction for these two faster drivers? It looks like he's kind of moving off to the left, but he does have the speed to maintain that position. I don't think it's going to be an issue for those two faster drivers. But nonetheless, these guys are racing, so that's what we expect to see. So jumping up to the front here, let's make sure that we haven't had any change for the lead in the Pro class. Looks like Curve is in the pits. So we're going to get away from him and look at Zip Plant. Again, late entry, and he's also in the pits. So GT also in the pits. So all 3 drivers ducked into the pits following each other there, which is going to give Crispy, I'm not having any luck here, folks. All my drivers are in the pits. Let's try 5th place. And there we go. We got a 5th place driver not in the pits. So he is going to probably assume that 1st place position, but he is yet to pit. So Chops with this weight up paint livery, side by side with Sizzly as they make their way down across start straight finish. And we have pit exits. Who is that coming back onto the track? Is that going to be a factor? And looks like it may have been Crispy there as traffic is able to make their way by him, and he is not going to be a factor or obstruct the race line. So here we have quite a group here. It is a mixed group. I see at least one AM driver in the midst of, oh, Chop gets into a pro driver there, but we got about 6 cars here. 1st place driver, Chop, for his amateur class, mixing it up with these pro drivers from 2nd all the way back to looks like 6th place in the pro class. So again, really good racing. These guys are probably having a ball. I drove one of these cars, and I'm telling you, They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of power. They're not easy to get through a corner. You need to kind of have a little bit of practice. They don't exactly turn on a dime. They're running race tires, but they got quite a bit of horsepower. And if you didn't know it already, these things are first and second gear. The transmissions in these things are they're unlike anything else. So you pretty much don't make it into third gear on this track at least. Maybe if you go out to Daytona for a different day, you might see a third gear. But today you're going to see first and second most likely. So GT coming out of the pits, and he's going to start mixing it up with probably major. Oh, we are into the caution lap. So here we are. We're at the halfway point of this first race. As you can see, all drivers slowing, and they should be not exceeding 50 miles an hour, but we are going to have to verify that. And I am showing let's take a look here. Verify there's no violation of the speed limit at 53 miles an hour. So here we are, all cars nose to tail as they are grouped up during this caution lap. Again, this is my first experience with seeing this. It is quite interesting as we have one driver off into the sand. Interesting. I don't know if that is a tactical move or not. I don't believe the sand has more grip. But what do I know? I haven't actually been out here on this racetrack yet. But here we have almost, looks like they're almost coming to a full stop. They are nose to tail curve leading the pro group. And the number one driver for the AM group looks like it is still Chop. So again, once again, everybody grouped up, and they're going to come around about 4 more corners before they get to the start straight. So this is what we're going to be looking for. Again, they're grouped up, they're on a caution lap, and when they get to the start straight finish, the first driver of this group is going to cross the finish line, and when he does, he can actually get on the accelerator and go for it. But none of the other drivers can get on the accelerator until their car specifically crosses the start finish line. So let's see if that creates a gap or not. Again, we are already halfway through. There's going to be 3 races tonight. This is race 1. We're halfway through, and it is going to be a battle here when they come across start straight finish. And I'm pretty excited. I need to take a bit of water here to prepare for the start of the second half of this race. As look at this, there's a little argy-bargy going on back and forth between the second and third place driver in the pro class. And he should be getting on the accelerator right about now as they go through hard on the accelerator. Each driver getting on the accelerator as they go through, and that's going to put a run between, looks like third and fourth. Is GT going to put a run on Disley? Again, all drivers should have at least pit one time. They all have to pit a second time, second half of the race. And Disley into the wall. That's surely going to lose some places there. At least his lap time will suffer as Chop keeping it nice and tidy through there as the first place driver for the AM group. Ranger looking like he's coming through in 6th place, and they are still somewhat grouped together, and we will see how these grip levels affect these cars. I think their tire temperatures probably dropped slightly on this caution lap, but we'll see as they come into a hard. Oh, we got one car off. I did not see who that was. One driver off and to the right as they came up into that hard braking zone, and wasn't able to catch who that was. But Disley Sizzly keeping third place as Zit Plant, again, a late entry holding down second, but can he hold on to this? Oh, no, he can't. The commentator's curse as we got one driver already into the pits, trying to get out of traffic, probably thinking to himself, I want some clear air. The traffic's slowing me down, but we're going to get away from him. And I apologize about the telemetry. I had left that up. So AXR Eagle Eye currently in 5th place for the pro group, and he has a clear air in front of him and no direct threats behind him. So AXR Eagle Eye We know that he had a bit of an incident in the first half of the race, which kind of set him back. But now he is looking to get by the first place driver of the AM group. You can hear a bit of contact there. Not an easy pass at any point really on this track. As look, he's sliding the car all the way through the racing line. Chop doing everything he can to hold Eagle Eye at bay. Doing a really nice job, hard on the brakes here into this hard braking zone, probably the hardest braking zone of the circuit. And they are back on the gas. Eagle Eye not able to capitalize. So we're going to come back and take a look at the progress, how he does with Chop. As some of these drivers farther back in the AM group, let's take a look at it. We've got Cyber. First initial impressions, he's got the Alpine Stars gold livery. Looks like quite a bit of cosmetic damage there on his car. So he clearly had an incident, maybe with a wall, coming together maybe with another driver. Not really sure there, but maybe we'll find out later. He is on his way into the pits and may have some, just give him a rest here to regroup for the last part of this race. So AAR Ninja, the last driver in the AM group, right behind AAR Fester. So we have teammates here going at it. AAR versus AAR, Ninja versus Fester, bringing up 6th and 7th place. So this is the battle for 6th, as it looks like Ninja running a hot pink and silver livery there. Starting to lose touch just slightly with Fester. We got people exiting the pits as these two drivers are going to come down the hill into the tunnel. So looks like the drivers exiting the pits may have been a pro driver class. So now we got Ranger. Oh, Ranger, Fester have a coming together, and it looks like Ranger has lost control of his car. Clearly lost a lot of speed there, and he's going to suffer for that. So two separate class drivers coming together. You hate to see that, but you know, when you put two classes together on the same track, these things may happen. I mean, they happen with the same class drivers, so you know, it's not all that uncommon. So AAR Ninja holding down 4th for his class respectively. We're going to jump to the front because we are winding down on this race. 2 laps to go, folks. About 2.5 laps to go. Road Rat, the lobby host, currently in 5th with Crispy in 3rd. Let's ride along with Crispy. And Eagle Eye threatening Crispy right now. So Eagle Eye trying to make up ground for his early incident, as Crispy just wants to put down some nice consistent laps and maximize his lap time. So we see Crispy sliding the car all the way through that corner there. I do want to do a ride along. We only have about a lap and a half left before we see the checkered. So I do like to do a ride along with the race leader. So let's see who that is. That's going to be Curve, and we're going to ride on with Curve as he has been chased down by GT. Not sure if GT has the time. Oh, Curve is just going into the pits. He has surrendered the lead to GT, so we're going to actually ride along with GT, and he is now our first place driver. So we're going to go on board with GT as he's making way across start finish line, running down underneath the sign there, the footbridge, into the tunnel, and you can hear he's in 2nd gear. Is he going to drop into 1st? Gets a little squirrely, really wide line through there, and kind of takes that little white paint back on the gas as he comes out of the tunnel, back up into the really, you can see the sand is blowing across the circuit there. And it looks like we got spectators off to the side of the track in their SUVs. So there are people out here in this extremely hot temperatures out here today. But here we are in the hard braking zone. GT making his way through there. He is in command here on this lap, in 1st place of the pro group. And he's making his way through that section right there. Easy on the gas, feathering it right in, maximizing his exit speed there. Trying to be really smooth. You got to get that right. You don't want to hit that wall. Game over if you do. And he's in the pits. I'm okay, folks. I'm a bit out of sorts here. It looks like Eagle Eye. I know he's been in the pits. Or has he? He has not been in the pits. So I'm going to look for any driver here that is not currently in the pits. And we are with Curve coming through. Is he going to be able to get out in front of Eagle Eye and get out in front of GT as they exit the pits? I don't know. We'll see. As he's coming around on the start straight finish, we're probably going to see some traffic exiting the pits right now. This is a last lap battle. What's going to happen? And here we have it. It looks like GT coming out of the pits, but he doesn't have enough on him. Yeah, he doesn't have enough on him, so Curve's going to hold that spot as he is taking a wide line. And GT second place, Disley Sizzly in third. And fourth place going to be Crispy. Zit Plant fifth. Eagle Eye sixth. Road Rat 7th, Ranger 8th. So we know some of those drivers had a bit of an off early going in this race, which has really truly caused them to suffer at the end of this first race here. So we are going to stay here with GT. Oh, I do believe I saw a slide there in one of those green Volkswagens as they were coming into the braking zone. But GT got to hold this nice and tidy here as Disley Sizzly all over him, ready to pounce, but I don't think he has the time or the opportunity. I've just been corrected. My producer says it's Dizzy Sizzly, so I apologize for that. But here they are. They're coming around. Is there a move here on the inside as Dizzy Sizzly is not going to have enough, and GT is going to take second. Congratulations to our first place winner driver, RBHM Curve, as I do like his gamer tag with the whole Curve thing going. I don't know. Something about that just seems to sound right. Anyways, congratulations to RBHM Curve as he has now slowed his pace, and we're going to go through the field here and try to get this right. So second place, GT. Third place, Dizzy Sizzly. Whew, that was a mouthful, but I do enjoy that one. LMP Crispy taking fourth place as Zit Plant, our late entry taking fifth, followed by Eagle Eye sixth and Road Rat seventh. Ranger bringing in eighth. Then going to the AM class, we have Chop was able to hold that position down the whole time. And Chop followed by, looks like, I wasn't able to get through all of them. Let's just look at the pre-race here. Yeah, Chop followed by Ninja, Mad Mark, Wild Fester, and Bad Luck and Cyber bringing up the last place there. So we're going to see if we can't get a quick interview with our race winner if he's available. I don't want to do that. Okay. So Curve. We're going to send a message out to Curve here and see if we can get him in a quick little race chat. Not seeing Curve. There he is. I'm not seeing very well. So let's see if we can get Curve in here. I'd really like to hear his thoughts on his race, and we are fortunate enough to be joined by RBHM Curve. And Curve, can you hear me okay? He may be adjusting his microphone. We'll give him just a second. RBHM Curve, do you have communications with me? Oh, you got to help me. Do me a favor and add your audio in the check the box in the upper part of the chat between us so that you can include your audio for the interview if that's okay. Okay, hey, congratulations on your race win for race 1, and I would love to hear your thoughts on how your race went. Right. Yep. Well, we did see that, and congratulations on your first win. I would just say to you that you put yourself in that position to take advantage of anything that may happen. So good on you. Congratulations on that first win, and we will be looking for you in race 2 to maybe get another podium and keep building on what you've done in race 1. So good job, and thanks for a good show. Absolutely. We'll see you on the other side of this thing. All right. So there you have it. His first race win. I didn't know that, and I'm excited for him. RBHM Curve getting the win, first win in his career with RBHM. So that's pretty cool. That's got to be a pretty good feeling. Take nothing away from it. I mean, he put himself in that position. He gave himself a fighting chance, and he took advantage of it. So that's pretty cool. So we got a bit of a delay here. I know that I need to get into the spectator mode here. And I'm taking just a quick break. I'll be right back. I've just been informed by my audio producer that we have a delay, audio delay, so we are trying to get that fixed, and apologize about that. We don't, we know that's not any fun to have an audio delayed for the stream. So again, all my viewers, I am monitoring the chat. Continue to send me messages, make a comment, and I will respond the best I can. We are going to take a look at some of our comments here. Yeah, I am able to take a look here and respond. So I do have to make a comment. My spelling and my math, for that matter, isn't on par with the average person. I'm below par, so I do apologize about the some of the poor spelling in the chat. But I am enjoying you guys reaching out and speaking about the race, making comments. I want to give a shout out to my boy Popcorn. Yeah, man, hope you're having a good night, and thanks for joining us. Master Brand 95, love to see you guys on. And hey, great to see you, Karis, AAR Karis, man. I hope you had a good race today. I know that you were involved in the UK lobby today, and wasn't able to see the results of that yet, but hope you did well there. Thanks to, looks like SGR Blackout jumping in and making some comments as well. So we're getting started, folks. Race 2 of the Fun Car Cup here at the Dubai City Circuit Reverse. And we look at Ranger on pole. Again, this is a reverse race grid from the first race finish. So let's see how this goes. Waiting for Forza to load the screen, as usual. And we are off as LMP Ranger taking that pole position and getting what seems to be a decent launch for the hole shot going down the hill. As looks like Eagle Eye. Is that Eagle Eye in second? No, it's not. It looks like Zip Plant coming down into the tunnel in second place. And Ranger coming through the tunnel, taking that wide line. We've seen that quite a bit. And we're going to bounce back, get rid of this map here that's awful, and that doesn't do us any good. And we are going to probably jump up with Zip Plant and ride with him. That way we can get a better view of the field. As Fester in the AM class, just a few seconds back, looked like he was a bit sideways, but I think he's held together. Look at Crispy, a full slide coming through there. I'm sure that tarmac doesn't provide a lot of grip with all that sand, and he probably was feeling that, as Crispy has not really lost a whole lot with that full slide. That was quite sexy. I want to give him congratulations on his drift points. But here we have Zip Plant now as he's making his way up behind RBHM GT and Ranger just ahead of him. And these drivers are all trying to make early doors progress, as Zip Plant getting a little sideways. That's going to cost him on his drive out of that corner. And looks like a lot of these liveries they're all different, which I really like. I'm trying to get a good look at some of these liveries to make some comments on it. But Crispy definitely has some kind of logos. I'm not able to see what they are, but I'll be trying to get a better look at that. Oh, we got Zip Plant into the wall again. He's having a lot of trouble here on this lap. That's two different times that he has, and there it is again. So I don't know if he is just a issue with the focus there, driver error or what, but I don't think he was helped. It's hard to say, but he's definitely found himself into the clutches of the amateur class. So let's take a jump, actually take a jump back here with the amateur class. We're going to look at Bad Luck. I haven't given him a lot of coverage yet. He's all by himself, running around with the Brumos Porsche. I mean, if you're driving a Volkswagen, you know it's quite understandable if you'd rather be in a Porsche. But oh no, we have an accident here in the back with drivers from two different classes. It looked like Zip Plant and another amateur driver. I wasn't sure who it was. But we are going to jump up and maintain a tight focus on the first place runner of the amateur class, which currently is Mad Mark. So Mad Mark, very cool little AAR, Autism Awareness Racing livery there. Both of these drivers, actually the one just behind him has a similar color, but that's Road Rat, a driver of a different class. He has made his way pretty easily around Mad Mark. So Mad Mark, your amateur driver, holding down that first place as Chops, your second driver in the amateur class, not too far behind, looking to try to make some progress here on Mad Mark, as he might see an opportunity knocking here. So looks like the third place is, I wasn't able to get a look, he's pretty far back, so the third place driver is going to be Bad Luck. And so he's got quite a gap to make up there. We're going to jump up to the front. I know that we're going to see some pit stops here pretty quick, as Curve enjoying the first place position. Again, the race winner of the first race, currently holding first place in this race. So unfortunately, I do not have a way to know if these cars have done any pit stops or not. Again, as I said earlier, the pit they don't even open until lap 2, which we are there now. So lap 2 through 5, they will be checking into the pits. So Curve making his way down into the tunnel for about the 4th time here. And let's take a look at Crispy, who's in 3rd place. Is he making any progress on GT? As Ranger is right there. So now we have a nice little group of 3. I'm liking how this is starting to form up here. All 3 of these drivers, I bet they're going to probably try to follow each other into the pits, out of the pits, and to the finish line. Looks like Ranger's making at least showing him a wheel or a fender up the inside. Is he on the brakes early? Yes, he's going to make that inside move as Crispy. Oh, but Ranger not able to get on the throttle as he wanted to, and Crispy is going to maintain that position. As we now see, yeah, he's not really going to give up that position. So Ranger still fighting as GT is now starting to walk away. Oh, GT in the pits, and as I predicted, all 3 drivers in the pits at the same time. Now you see that strategy a lot of times because they're in the pits, they got a wheel lock going on. They are door to door in a fender lock. I don't know that I've seen that before, but the aggression of these drivers is got to be exciting for the viewers. I know it is for me. So as I was saying, I predicted that they would possibly join each other in the pits because they want to keep the pressure on each other. They don't want to let each other get away. So seen that before. Quite a good strategy. So now they're going to exit the pits, and will there be any advantage exiting the pits? Sometimes you go in with a certain gap and you come out with a different gap. So it looks roughly about the same. So we got Crispy in 5th place, which is the 3rd in this group, 5th overall, as Ranger on cold tires into the wall. It doesn't seem to slow him up a whole lot, so I don't think Crispy's going to take advantage of that. So yeah, Ranger, we saw him get into the wall. The sparks were flying there, but able to maintain. So let's jump up to the front. I don't think our front runners have pitted, so we got Curve in the pits now. So is he going to come out of the pits in front of the other drivers that we were just with? I'm going to stay here in the pits. I don't typically do that, but I'm going to do it because it's a quick pit delta. And let's see if there's any action when he exits the pits. So Road Rat now assuming 2nd place. He's also in the pits. So we are going to go back with Curve because I know he will be the first one to come out as he's making his way out of the pits. I don't believe he's going to catch traffic, but we will have to wait and see, folks. Are they coming? Are they coming? They are coming. Again, he is on cold tires, and these other drivers behind him tires are warmed up. There's going to be a caution lap here pretty soon, so they're all going to be coming back together here in a very short amount of time. But Curve has enough of a gap there. He's not under threat from that 2nd place driver, so we're going to ride along with GT as he still has Ranger and Crispy breathing down his neck for that 2nd place position. How many laps till we get to this caution lap? I think we're going to see that come here in a couple of laps, maybe 1 or 2 laps. It's going to bring the whole field back together. So GT coming through that tricky corner there. If you get it wrong, you're into that barrier. That is not forgiving. You definitely don't want to hit the barrier there where GT's going through because there's a wall there with tires, and you will probably end up in a full spin facing the wrong direction. So again, we want to give a shout out to the Rogue Energy sponsor for this series. They've done a great job of putting these liveries together. This is an interesting, this is, okay. I was just saying, is he getting into a full spin on the straight? You don't see that every day. However, this is the caution lap I spoke of as Ranger going into the caution lap gets a little tricky with Crispy in front of him. So now we are going to see these cars grouped together. 50 miles an hour, that is your speed limit, folks. They cannot exceed that. And they're going to run at this pace until they cross the finish line before they can get back on the throttle. So here we are. We are halfway through race 2 as Eagle Eye was in formation there, but he is in the dirt. The second time I've seen that. This must be a strategy I'm not real familiar with. I did see another driver go into the dirt like that, or into the sand, during the caution lap. So I'm going to have to do some investigation to find out the strategy behind that, because it's not one I've seen before. So I don't know. Maybe there's a little extra something out there to pick up in the sand. Hopefully I can get to the bottom of that after the race. So they're still on the caution lap. Let's go back into the AM drivers and make sure that they are all in formation. It looks like they are. So the Rogue Energy blue and black livery there for Wild. He is currently holding down that last place position in the AM class. And just in front of him is Bad Luck and Ninja in the green bug just ahead of him. I'm sorry, not Ninja, but looks like Zip Plant, yep. So we're coming around the last corner here. These drivers are going to cross the start finish line, and they are going to be on the throttle for the second half of the second race. And let's see what kind of action this produces. As you would expect, a little bump and a grind in there. And the front drivers should be crossing the finish line any second, and they're on the throttle. These Super Beetles, as they are A-class, making their way. They got a ton of acceleration, not a lot of corner speed. But here we got Zip Plant, who is a driver in the Pro class, making it quickly work of the AM class driver in front of him. He's got a long ways to go to get in front of these drivers and back to his class driver. So let's take a look here. Yeah, there's quite a good battle going here in this AM class. I spent a lot of time in the Pro class, but let's take a look at this AM class as we have an X Factor running with them at this moment, who is in the green Super Beetle, Zip Plant. So Zip Plant is mixing it up with these AM class drivers. Oh, and there's a spin. So Chop gets in the back of Zip Plant, and Zip Plant's going to think better next time than to maybe mix it up with some of these AM class drivers. But, you know, taking nothing away from the AM class, they are extremely fast and talented, up and coming. They just maybe don't have quite the speed that some of the pro class drivers do. So you don't want to take it for granted and get up in there and think that you're just going to shove it up the inside. If you do, you may have something else coming. But we're going to jump up to Ranger and GT in third, as Crispy in fourth. So we got a really good race here, into the wall again, and there's some more contact between GT and Ranger. I gotta be honest, folks, I'm seeing a lot of drivers in the wall and making contact, and it's really not slowing them down. I mean, it's almost like it's the faster line. So a bit surprising here today that enough, this kind of contact can be made. As look, now we have Ranger up the inside, but GT making a retaliatory move deep in the braking zone. GT holding the tight line, and he gets on that gas as Ranger tucks in behind them, and looks like, was it Crispy just behind them? Yes, it was. And GT kind of running a little bit wide there. Ranger probably, oh, he's in the wall. So they are fighting so hard, they put themselves in the wall, but didn't lose a lot there as GT flirt with disaster. And look at this, Ranger says, if you're going to the pits, I'm going to go with you. So both of those drivers, possibly was three drivers, maybe for two for sure in the pits. They are going to hound each other for this whole race. So Dizzy Sizzly, where are you at? there you are. Again, I look at your livery and I get sleepy. I want to go to fall asleep on the beach. And you're currently in 6th place, followed by Eagle Eye. Let's see if we can get a look at Eagle Eye's livery. He's in 7th place right now, and he has a red, I'm not sure if that's like a candy apple. I don't know what kind of red that is. Some kind of interesting, different shade of red there. He's got the AXR logo on there. That stands for Anxiety Racing. And he's doing a pretty good job in 7th, but I know he wants to make his way up to these drivers in front of him. He's just behind them, probably by about, I don't know, 0.8 seconds. He's going to do everything he can to catch up to GT, Ranger, and Sizzly. So I'm going to jump to the middle of this pack because I do see a good race here. Oh, no, we got an incident. 2 drivers in the dirt. And I made a mistake there and got away from them. Sorry about that. Yeah, there was an incident there. Looked like at least 2 drivers in the dirt, so I'm sure they were slowed by that. But currently, GT in 4th place, followed by Eagle Eye in 5th. So we did see Eagle Eye in 7th place a short time ago, but he's already made himself into 5th place by the mishap of the drivers in front of him. So it looks like they're trying to recover, as I can see him, Sizzly, trying to recover from that. Oh. And Eagle Eye puts himself in the wall. I don't think anybody wants to win this race, folks. I'm not saying that these cars are easy to drive, but we are seeing a lot of contact, which I have to say makes for an interesting race and commentating, because we're having quite a bit of swaps here, position swaps. So GT in 4th, followed by your 5th place driver. Let's see if we can get a good look at him there. It's going to be Dizzly Sizzly. But he's closely followed by the next driver of, well, let's get back there and take a better look. Ranger and Eagle Eye. So currently, our first place driver is in the pits. Is he going to lose that position? Again, he's already won race 1. He's in a position where he can fight for a podium. I hope to see him come out in a place where he can fight for this podium. So let's jump on with 2nd place Crispy. And is Crispy going to be... Oh, Crispy's in the pits as well. And then we have Curve. GT in 4th place. And so GT, here he is. He's coming around. He's going to see traffic exiting the pits. And this is where it might get saucy, folks, because when these guys come out of the pits, they're going to be on cold tires, and we do see at least one driver there. I couldn't see who it was, but they do look a little bit more spread out. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of a grouping here to see the battle here in the last couple laps for the win. But GT currently holding down 2nd place. And Curve was able to come out of the pits and hold that 1st place position. So again, in the interview, he did let us know that was his first race win. Did that release some pressure from him so that he can go out in race 2 and just give it all he has? I'm sure he's pushing hard. To do a double race win cannot be easy, but he is in the driver's seat right now. So how will he handle the pressure as he hops over the curb? He's nice and tidy through there. He's not showing any signs of, folding under the pressure. So that's great to see, as, the 2nd place driver, GT, isn't that far behind, but Dizzly Sizzly, just love saying that, is still there in 3rd. He's got a pretty comfortable lead back to Crispy, who Crispy is not in a comfort right now, as he is doing everything he can to hold off Ranger, with Eagle Eye sliding that Beetle all the way through that corner to try to maximize his lap. So let's watch this battle as they come down into the tunnel right now. And we are on the final lap as Ranger into the wall. I don't know, that might just be his line. We've seen it once or twice. And Crispy Looks like he's eked out about 4/10 on him. I don't know. I think that's probably going to be enough to maintain that position, but just double check here, make sure that our number one driver is still curved. It is. Where is he at? He is getting ready to take about 2 more corners and then see a checkered flag followed by GT. I am going to ride on with Crispy, as it is the best battle that I have access to at the moment in the pro class. And is the 5th place Ranger going to make a move? I suspect he's going to do something if he can, but really nothing he can do at this point. The draft is not going to be a factor. He's not going to be able to do anything. Crispy's going to maintain that position, and he's going to bring home a 4th, followed by Ranger in 5th. So there you have it, folks. As long as my lap count isn't wrong, that should be the end of it. And I do see a car look like AXR Eagle Eye going over the line sideways, so probably maybe a last lap celebration there. So Eagle Eye followed by Road Rat, Zip Plant 8th, and in your AM class you have Chop. It looks like he has won it again for the amateur class. Congratulations to him. So I don't know if this is common or not, but we have a double winner in the pro class, a double winner in the amateur class, and that's pretty exciting. So we did an interview with our first place winner of the pro class, but I think what we're going to try to do is we're going to get an interview, if he will have it, with Mr. Chop, the winner of the second race there in the amateur class. So we are waiting up here in the broadcast booth to see if we can get Mr. Chop up here. He is the winner of the amateur class in this second race. So now we have completed 2 races out of 3. We have 1 more to go. And we're going to give a... Okay, I do have to respond here to some intel, as I like to call it, intelligence. But we do have Chop. Chop has just come into the commentator's booth to give us a quick interview. I want to first of all say, check the box to include your audio. Can you hear me? Hey, welcome. Congratulations on your race 2 win. Hey, you'll take it. So we'd love to hear about your race win and give you an opportunity to thank your sponsors and whatnot. And just want to say congratulations. You looked really strong. How'd your race go? Right. Absolutely. Well, it sounds like a good race strategy to me. What's your race strategy for race 3? Do you have? And is there anything that you'd like to share with who are going to be watching you close? And how is it to drive this car? Give us a little bit of information on what it's like to drive this A-Class Beetle. Absolutely. Yeah. Excellent. Well, there you have it, folks. Want to say thanks to Chop 313 or Chops 3135 for joining us in the broadcast. Race 3 And we hope to have you up here again. Okay, thank you. So there you have it, folks. As I just called him, I call him Chop for short, or Chops. Congratulations to him. And yeah, this Beetle, it's a handful. You get on that throttle a little too soon, as he said, and it's gonna go around on you. So, but it looks like he's maybe getting to the point where he's pretty comfortable with it, as he's obviously come away with a race win. So wanted to make some comments on a few responses to some of the comments here. And I have received some intel regarding series sponsor Rogue. It is the world's delicious gaming drink. If you didn't know that, you know that now. 8 amazing flavors packed with energy and focus and 0 sugar. Hard to find that in any given energy drink. They're one of the highest rating gaming energy drinks with easy sponsorships for gaming available, which, hey, everybody needs a sponsorship, right? So if you're out there and you're looking for some sponsors, Rogue Energy, I mean, you might want to consider that. It's not only is it a great energy drink, but it's a really nice looking logo as well. So the game energy drink that's Rogue Energy Drinks, and give a huge thanks to them for being a part of the series. Any other comments want to come in, I'll take a look, and I know we're going to be getting started here any second. I have just spectated. We're waiting for a driver or two to ready up, and we're going to start this thing off. So okay, so I have been given a request via the chat to comment on the fastest race lap at top speed. So we are going to pay special attention to that on this third race and make sure that we are able to get some of that information out to the viewers based on that request. I want to say thank you to RBHM brand for putting that out there, and we are going to do a strong effort here to get you that information for this race 3. Looks like all drivers are checked up. I expect a race start here pretty quick. Zip Plant just connected, so he has to get himself readied up in a position to race. And I think that we are going to see our third and final race started here shortly. And let's see how this goes. Yep, we have the launch countdown. This is it, folks. Third and final race of the third. Looks like Zip Plant has the pole position, but we're going to ride along with Crispy at the start of this race. And here we are, Zip Plant, your pole sitter, gets a fairly decent launch. Crispy in 5th place. All drivers seem to have a fairly good launch. I'm not seeing a lot of tire smoke, but look at this. Oh no, Ranger and Crispy have a coming together, causes to the back of another driver there. Early drama going into the tunnel, turn 1 on this first lap, as Crispy probably lost a position or two there. We'll see. And your AM drivers coming through, they're going to have a chance to gain some ground here on these pro drivers with a bit of a slowing there coming down into turn 1. So Crispy lost 2 positions, now assuming 5th where Crispy started. So how's Road Rat going to deal with this massive amount of traffic behind him? And he's been swallowed up. Swallowed up by these drivers. I have to say, they're looking nice and tidy through here, doing a great job as they're coming through, but this is going to be difficult to get through here at pace and not make contact with the wall, but done it. A great job showing their skill levels today, as Road Rat now looking up the inside and hoping probably for contact with the driver. Ones go flying, and these drivers still grouped up pretty well. We're going to stay right here and see how they're able to manage going down finish into turn 1 down here in Dubai. track temperatures are at an all-time high today. It's blistering temperatures out here in the desert as the sand you can see blow across the race circuit there. So Road Rat now still in 6th place, right up behind GT. And we're going to jump on with Curve, as Curve is in 4th place, followed by GT. Curve behind Ranger in front of him. No, I'm sorry. Yep, Ranger in front of him. Now it's Eagle Eye, so maybe Ranger making a pass on Eagle Eye, but Eagle Eye's in a full slide. How he does it, I don't know. He threads the needle. It looked like he was going to maybe make contact as that Beetle was in a full slide coming through that section. Actually really cool to watch. They've held it all together, good on them. And now this group of 5 drivers maybe becoming 6 with that 6th driver. Couldn't quite see who it was, but yeah, racing's really good right now, folks. I hope you're enjoying this. I want to welcome, I got a few more viewers in the stream. Welcome to the racing action here. And the Fun Car Cup not disappointing today as we are in the 3rd race. Now Curve holding down G, about a half a second behind him in 3rd, followed by Road Rat. As they're coming down into the tunnel, I think I'm probably going to see one of these 4 drivers, or I should say 5 drivers really, in this group, probably going to be looking to pit here. And is that going to cause a whole host of cars to pit? I don't know. They're going to want to stay with each other as much as possible to keep pressure on each other, but you may see a driver or 2 duck out to try to get some clean air. So coming up through the sand, you can see the sand blowing across the circuit. It's definitely going to affect grip levels as we have 2 wide going harder in the braking zone. I got to push it back to Road Rat. And there's a bit of a delay here. Just behind GT there. And yes, we are getting a great show this evening as I'm getting some comments in the chat about really enjoyable racing. So here we go. It looks like GT off into the pit, so he's not by anyone with him. So it's going to break up the pack here. And we're going to see Ranger be trying to run down Road Rat. Now Road Rat probably not getting the results he wanted in race 1. So he is going to do everything he can to Ray and Crispy not too far behind. Road Rat's going to want to, but he's already been under a lot of pressure here from Ranger as he's taken quite a wide line there. We've seen that by several drivers, but Ranger now on his quarter panel as they make their way in the tunnel into the desert where the high winds, the drivers are going to feel these winds pushing on the side of their car. Now we got Ranger. He's done it. He's put about a quarter length of a car in front of Road Rat. And Road Rat has the inside line. He's going to fight back surely. How is he going to do this? Taking a nice tight line through there. And he has done it. Very nicely done to Road Rat as Ranger has to tuck in behind him. And Ranger now finding some grip issues as he's loose and sloppy that section. And Ranger has now Crispy in the wall. Crispy, yeah, he's not there. Crispy in the wall. So him and Ranger were having a bit of a talk, and I thought I saw him go into the wall, and on the backside I only saw Ranger come out. So yeah, a very unfortunate event there, but that is part of the action that we've been seeing tonight. Disley Sizzly now assuming that 1st place position. And I have to go back to the AM class. Let's see how they're doing. We got Mad Mark in 6th and Ninja in 5th in the AM class. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the U.S. lobby as tires are laid across the circuit in every direction, as I'm sure it was a result of the incident that happened in that tire wall the lap prior. So no shortage of drama and excitement tonight, folks. You're getting your money's worth as these Super Beetles are being driven at their maximum by each and every one of these drivers. So AAR Ninja going down into the tunnel, 4th place, right on the heels of Fester. And these guys are battling it out, teammates in the AAR group and rivals / enemies on the track. So are they making any progress here on the second place position of the Wild, RBHM Wild? And there may be some progress being made on those two drivers behind him. So Wild not able to drop these drivers. And where is Chop, who has won the second race? I do believe he won the first race as well. I don't know if he's able to pull this off. That'd be a triple crown, right? I do believe he did win that first race. So Captain Slow, aka, or actually Chop, aka Captain Slow, by his own admittance, on the front of his Beetle. Let me get rid of that map, folks. Sorry about that. So yeah, he's got a pretty healthy lead, and again, Wild and Ninja bringing up second and third in the AM class. So let's take a look at some information. Let's loop the data. We're going to look at taking a look at the race stats. We did have a request for this. Chops is our leader with a speed in the AM class of 146 miles an hour. But we're going to jump up to Disley Sizzly and check out the race stats for that class. So Disley Sizzly, the leader in the pro class, but the best lap is RBHM Curve, who did win a race already tonight, actually doubled at a 121.742 with a top speed from Zipline at 145. So there you go. Again, I've been correct. Dizzy Sizzly. I'm not gonna sleep well tonight, folks. I'm going in her too. Dizzy Sizzly. As we see all. I'm sorry. I'm being. I take a moment, maybe go lie down in a dark room, regain my composure. Dizzy Sizzly leading the group here as they come into the caution lap. Pro-Am coming together, Pro and Am for this caution lap, grouping together front to rear. Dizzy Sizzly. Okay, so we are about halfway around this caution lap, and yeah, love the comments on the Twitch page. And the guys are loving the show tonight. I certainly am. So we're running at 50 miles an hour. Dizzy Sizzly leading the way here, not to exceed the speed limit. Yeah, nice and slow as they make their way through here. And I think we have about another turn or two until we come around the final corner. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, this is a caution. Every race, all three races have a caution lap to group the drivers together for the second half of the race. So obviously they're going to spread out in the first half. They do have a caution lap. They group back together, then they proceed on and they fight for the second half of the race. And also they will be looking to make one more pit to this race. So they're coming around now. They're going to be on the throttle here as they cross this yellow line. Dizzy Sizzly on the throttle, followed by Curve. And then it looks like possibly Road Rat or GT. Looks like, yeah, GT in third. So is Dizzy going to be able to hold this position? These guys are full send going into this turn in the tunnel. I'm sure we're going to see a driver or two in the wall as we usually do. But they're all, look at that, they're all holding really tight line through there. And Eagle Eye, fourth place, wanting to strike. He hasn't seen the tonight. I know he's suffering from a BOP as GT and Dizzy has now suffered a position loss to Curve And as they came out of the tunnel, is that where it happened? I don't know, but Disley Sizzly gonna take a wide line, and GT, is he working his way up an inside move there? And I think he did. Yes, he did. GT was able to complete that pass on the inside in that hard braking zone. And now Dizzy trying to hold off Eagle Eye, as Eagle Eye is hungry for a podium, I'm sure. And Curve now under threat from GT. This is where it's at, folks. Sizzly just behind there as, yeah, Sizzly, Eagle Eye, and Curve all run into the pits. As Crispy, he's going to stay out to try to chase down that first place position. As a little argy-bargy in the pits as Forza, I don't know if that was the Forza Magnet or what, but Fester and Bad Luck in the GM class fighting it out as they're coming around full speed through that corner. But we do have Curve in first place coming up out of the tunnel here, and he's followed by about a 1.5, I would say, maybe 2 seconds from Crispy. So neither one of these drivers under pressure from each other. Let's bounce back to the amateur class and see if we can an interesting battle. We're going to run along place Mad Mark, as Mad Mark is just behind Wild, and they are probably some pressure from a pro class driver. Looks like Zip Plant. He's still a bit back, but look at this. Wild holding that inside line is Mad Mark of AER. So we have RBHM versus AER for fourth place position as they come around and hold that inside tight. And look at a huge mistake. That's going to give Madison, and he's back 180 cents and looking down the wrong side of the barrel. So hopefully he can cover himself in the pits. So not the race he was looking for here in the third and final race, as Mark capitalizes on the mistakes of those in front of him. And it is Zip Plant in the Pro-Am class coming up on Mad Mark here. He's not sure where he's currently in third for his class. So Fester, first place was the up out of the tunnel there. All himself, probably lonely, but maybe he likes it that way. No pressure, as AER Fester is running his way desert there, coming up in the braking zone. Up with one lap with Fester, starting right now. So Uncle Fester insignia on the back of his car here. The AER sticker, and trying to read the back of his car there. Can't quite see what it says. Might have to emphasize there. But let's jump up and do a front of his car here. As he comes across start straight finish, we're going to ride along with him for one full lap in the amateur class as the leader. As he's coming under the signs, they're down the hill into the tunnel. He's going to be a little easy on the throttle here. Not a lot of grip. We know these are race tires, but the amount of corner speed is lacking significantly, as the bright yellow lights are a bit blinding there. You kind of have to know where you're at running hardcore. So as he's out of the tunnel, running himself to the outside of the track so he can hug that inside line and keep that full throttle position, as he's now going to be looking at a braking zone, a hard braking zone here. Hard on the brakes. Misses the apex quite a bit there. And now Hart's going to hug this tight as he can, but he's wide. It's probably going to affect his lap time. I don't know where the drive is. I think he's a bit offline there. Not really sure. He's a bit wiggly going into that braking zone, but he keeps it together. Is he going in the pits? Yeah, he sure is. Which is going to lead me to probably look at the second place driver, which is Chop. No stranger to the first place position, obviously, after 2 wins tonight. So we're on lap 12 of 13. It's a pit now or never. You don't want a penalty, so Chop in second place. Is he going to assume first place as the pit exit's going to be busy with traffic here at any time. What happened is it looks like he's still, yeah, he's assumed first place. And Fester has been relegated to third. So I got to go to the pro class here and see where we're at. Curve currently in first. It looks to me like he's got it in the bag, but I'm going back to leave the back. You got Eagle Eye in second. Hasn't seen a podium, I don't think, tonight. If my memory serves me. So he does not want to give up a second place, but Dizzy O'Sizzly fighting for third, and a very close GT, and for sure Crispy's there in the top 5. Final lap. They're going to do everything they can to get a position from the driver in front of them. It looks like a lot of fun. So we got Dizzy in third. Is it GT and by Crispy? There's nothing to be done at this point. It is done and dusted. You can't make a pass here. But I don't know. Dizzy all over the back of Eagle Eyes. There's nothing can be done. That's going to be your finishing order, folks. And let's go through it. So we have Curve, a repeat winner for race 3. And Eagle Eye able to secure that second place podium. Good for him. Followed by Dizzy O'Sizzly, to round off your podium in a third place. Followed by GT in fourth, Road Rat fifth, and Crispy in 6th. Ranger a lowly 7th. And Zip Plants, he's bringing up the rear in 8th place. So, place for the AM class, it's going to be Chop again. So, I think he's probably going to be a BOP issue before the next race. So, I'm not happy because that's just not. And I'm just calling the race and commentating. And this, I got the easy job, right? I don't have to make these hard decisions and penalties and who's too fast, who's too slow. I just get to sit here and have a great time and enjoy the racing and hang out with you guys. So a couple comments here coming in. Yeah, we're getting a few comments regarding the BOP. And definitely race air filters and exhaust and race suspension are all parts that are subject to a BOP. If you are fortunate enough, I have to say fortunate because you're not going to get a BOP reduction unless you're fast. So, cool down lap, here we are, folks. The race has been complete, and I'm going to go do some statistical analysis here really quick on fast lap. So race stats for the AM class is going to be a 1:23 fast race lap, and I don't know that I'm going to make it to the pro class. Fastest lap, 146 mile an hour by Ninja in the AM class. So again, let's just take a quick look at the final results to make sure that everybody gets a mention here. And in your pro class, in the A class PI, you got Curve, followed by GT second place with the B class PI. Dizzy Sizzly never gets old. Dizzy O'Sizzly. In a class 621, bringing up your podium, followed by Eagle Eye. Road in your AM class, Chop, who is running a full PI of 633. Bad Luck is running a 602, so he takes up second. Third, congratulations, podium in a 602. Mark a 588, followed by Fester and next place finish AM class. So let's reach out to Curve and see if we can get him for one more time. Let's see if we can have a few more words than last time. We had to kind of provoke him a little bit. And it looks like he is in the party. And did you include your audio, Mr. Curve? I know that last time he had to adjust his mic set, so we'll just give him a few moments here. But, yeah, Curve, really a triple. And we still don't have Curve, so we're just going to give him Well, glad to hear you. You did include, I'm sure. So yeah, extremely dominant performance tonight. Did you expect off tonight? Because we're really impressed. I mean, crown here, or they say they're calling it a hat trick. So I don't know if you're familiar with a hat trick, but that's apparently what you've accomplished tonight. Well, expecting any kind of P changes for your next race after such a dominant performance tonight? Any influence what those changes may be? I mean, can you plead for maybe a single reduction or something, or how's it going to work? Okay. Well, I will be interested to see how next Saturday. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say other than everyone's really impressed with your hat trick, 3 wins, or however you want to say it. Yep. Your sponsors, your team, and congratulations on that. And you enjoyed yourself tonight. You put on a great show. And we want to say thank you for taking the time. It's always an honor to get anyone up in the broadcast booth. I know it's a bit of extra work on your part, so thanks for making your way from the pits, away from your pit crew, all the way up here to the broadcast booth and having a quick chat with us. Okay, well, good luck next week, and we'll hope to see you then. All right, cheers. Yep. So there you have it. Mr. RBHM Curve representing his team. Sounds a little bit shocked himself that he took a triple crown, but hey, did a real nice job, and good job on him. So that about does it for the racing tonight. That was 3 full races, and we are into this. We're about an hour and a half into this broadcast, so we're going to end it, and I want to say thanks to all my viewers. And you guys were awesome. I really enjoyed interacting with you on the chat, and hopefully that can continue. I'm doing the best I can. I got my producer here and my assistant, and she is my lovely wife. She does an amazing job. Couldn't do it without her. So with that said, thanks for coming out. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Again, the Fun Car Cup, sponsored and put on by RBHM. And we are going to continue this racing series for week four, can't count, 3, 4, week 4, next Saturday, same time, same place, U.S. lobby, and there will be a British lobby as well on that day, and some in this lobby are doing both lobbies. Maybe get a little more action in both of those. And I enjoyed it. It just reminded me a very important fact. I like to get racing bios from the racers, so if you would like me to have a bio, you can look me up on Facebook under Ted Sims, Speed Curves, you'll find me, and send me your bio on the messenger, and I will talk about you during the race. So I really enjoy doing that. It helps me get to know the racers and whatnot, and helps everyone in the community get to know you. Tell me about your hobbies, your sponsors, how you got into racing, those types of things, whatever it is you want me to talk about, and we'll get it out there. So, again, thanks to everybody for coming out. This is Speed Curves, and I will see you next week.